Hey everyone, good evening. It's Alex. Welcome back to my channel. If you've watched the previous few videos, you would see that there are a couple of issues in my life going on now. Um, but everything is pretty much okay. And I've had some comments and emails about, meeting up with friends and also making time for myself. Yes, that is true, but also no. I don't really have time for that. I wish I could, and I do have some moments that I have time if I plan them in advance, but I cannot just go to the store or whatever just to hang out with people or just to find somebody to hang out with. Because there is a routine that I need to do. It's making breakfast for me, it's making breakfast for my dad, it's making dinner, it's everything that I have to do. It's a little difficult when you know when you're at home with your dad or with somebody you're caring for, at least as much as I can. And I am somebody who's very easily stressed out. So I don't know if that's due to my autism or neurodivergency. I don't know what, why, and how, but I get very easily stressed out. So I need to be careful with that as well. And I'm kind of an introvert. I'm not at all an extrovert. So going outside and hanging out with people is not really something I really like to do either. I mean, if I know the person well and if I connect with somebody, absolutely. But when I'm not connected to somebody or barely, I mean, there are people who just call everybody their friend. I can't. I can't do that. I just, yeah, I'm very non-social in that kind of way, I suppose. I mean, most of my friends are online in my gaming community, which is fine with me, and I will hang out as much with them as I can, again, online, because the gaming community is from all over the world. So, yeah, but you know, the nearest library is also a couple of miles away, and even though I wish that I could go to the library more often, I cannot because I don't have transport, or at least not anything that is feasible to go back and forth for the amount of time that I need to do so. So, yeah, that's just, it's not really realistic for me to go out. I mean, I do sometimes go on a date, but not really that often. People usually don't keep my attention as well. I've had a couple of bad dates in the past few months where they only talked about themselves or they were just completely obsessed with themselves, or just, yeah, no, or they would talk about one topic or about sports, and I don't know anything about sports unless it's into the horse sports. Of course I know about that. I used to be an equestrian, but yeah. So yeah, when it comes to sports or football or whatever, or soccer as most people call it in the United States, I suppose, it's yeah, I don't understand anything of it. And again, I don't mean to insult anybody, but for me, when my dad has it on television, I'm like, it's like a bunch of dogs running after a ball. Why? Just why? Why is this so interesting? Why are there thousands of people going to a stadium to watch a couple of guys kick a ball into a net? I'm sorry, I don't get it. Again, I don't mean to insult anybody. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I mean, you do you, boo. But I don't understand it. I don't find it interesting at all. But for everybody, their own thing, right? But there was this one guy who wouldn't stop talking about his mom. Yeah, that was probably the most awkward thing ever. He would just keep talking about how lovely his mom was and how pretty she was and how I looked so similar to her, which, if you get what, why, and how, red flags right there. Um, yeah, so that was an absolute no. But other than, just going on a date or something, I would not say that I have a lot of outside contact, other than my social worker who's here every Wednesday. And now with the starting up with the fitness and health program I'm doing. But yeah, I would kind of say that it's just not really doable right now, which is okay for me. Like I said, I'm an introvert. I don't really like to hang out as much with people unless it's at home and I know the people well. And yeah, I'm not one of those people who need a lot of attention. I just, I don't know, it's fine. Um, so yeah, but when it comes to time for myself, I do like to listen to music or listen to audiobooks or read or do a little bit of drawing, which I'm never going to show you my drawings. I'm sorry. Just something too uncomfortable because I'm nowhere near anything as good. It's just something that I like. I'm not well practiced either, so that's probably something. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would love to make music, but my brain too chaotic. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm sounding a little bit boring right now, aren't I? I'm sorry. I'm a little bit unprepared. I'm a little bit sleepy again. My sleep schedule is completely off. It's still, better said, it's still off by a thousandfold because I keep waking up every few hours and then I cannot go back to sleep, so I have to get up and then, yeah, I'm just constantly tired now. But I've always had sleeping issues since I was like 8 years old or something. I'm fine. Yeah. So I don't really have a lot that I know to say right now. Other than my brain is just very chaotic, like usually, but more than usual. Usual. Yeah. By the way, if you ever wanna uh, do something like a voice app, if you wanna improve your language skills or anything, there is this app called Bold Voice. I've been using it for a couple of months now. I really enjoy it. It's pretty good. There are a couple of things it doesn't really pick up as much as I would like, but it could be me, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty good in terms of pronunciation and stuff like that. I'm trying to improve my English. Um, Not necessarily my vocabulary, but my accent and my pronunciation of the words. Because I have noticed that there is quite an improvement now than it was when I started back in August last year. So if that's something you want to do, it's not exactly cheap. I would say it's about €140 per year. So it's not as bad, but it's okay, and it's via Google Pay as well. So yeah, I think it's okay. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave the video here because I'm getting a little awkward now because I really don't know what to talk about right now. I had something. I had prepared a couple of things, but I'm just so sleepy right now. I'm tired and I'm nauseous for some reason. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Have a good night. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.